We're here with Junior Kangaroos coach Kelly Egan. Kelly, third year running now. Tell us about the selections for this year.
Yeah, look, it's been a bit of a challenge this year. There's been a lot of really good young players pop up into first grade through the year and early in the year. So we've had quite a number of them ruled out with injury and that require some rehab towards the end of the year, get themselves ready for next year. But we're really happy with the squad that we've brought in. It's a really good balanced squad. It's the best players that we've had available to us, and looking forward to the challenge ahead.
Tell us about some of the new faces. Who are you seeing as a bit of a standout for this year?
Yeah, look, I think it's a fairly blank canvas in that regard. There's some guys there that have come through the grades, some great potential. Tavita Pengai and Cameron McInnes and Cameron Munster, who a lot of people in New South Wales wouldn't have seen play much this year, but he's played 2 really successful years in the Queensland Cup, and he'll start off the bench for us as a utility player. So it'll be exciting to see him play. We've got some good young guys there in Jack Bird and Ewan Egan that have both done very, very well with the Raiders, and got a couple of guys backing up from last year in Pat Mago and Willis Meehan that'll certainly provide some experience and some oomph when it's required. So overall, guys like Matt Lodge have had some first grade experience this year, and particularly in the front row, which will be important to us. And a flyer like Jake Namo on the wing is certainly a pleasure to watch, and we hope that he's playing to his potential next weekend.
On those players that have had a taste of first grade, Valentine Holmes, he's been called in last minute. Tell us a bit about what you're expecting from him.
Yeah, we had a late phone call yesterday from Nene McDonald at the Roosters, and for personal reasons he had to withdraw right at the end. So, Valentine Holmes has been sitting there up in Townsville training, and I managed to ring him, get hold of him last night, and it was an enormous opportunity. He was that excited, he wanted to get on the plane then and there. But he's done outstandingly well for Cronulla this year, and he's certainly a great attacking player. The big test will be defensively for us over there. The Warriors are coming off a really good season. They're on a roll, and they've often performed well in this Junior Kangaroos Kiwis contest on the back of winning grand finals. So for us, it'll be a very big defensive test playing at Mount Smart.
What does this call-up actually mean for young guys like this that are trying to, if they haven't already, break into that first grade squad?
I think a lot of them are already participating in first grade training roles. A lot of clubs carry 30, 32, 34 players in their first grade squads, and a number of these guys have been a party to that. But I guess it's first and foremost, it's a reward for or recognition of what they've done really well through the year, and the talent that they've put on display through the year. That's first and foremost. And secondly, it's a springboard for them. We try and provide an environment here which is a very professional one. We try and manage our week the same way as we would with an NRL club and preparing an NRL team. So it's professionally managed. We have a good coaching staff. We have an extensive high performance staff, looks after rehabilitation and making sure our physiology is right to go. We have a couple of team managers, so the platform and what the structures that are around them are first rate, and so are our training facilities. So first and foremost, it's giving them all the tools they need to keep pushing forward in the NRL.
They've arrived here this morning. Everyone's picked up their kits. What was the first thing that you said to them?
Welcome. No, I just said to them that it's an exciting time in their careers. A few of them mightn't have played for 3 or 4 weeks. A couple of them might have only played last weekend. So for us, it was just making sure that we could rely on each other and make sure all of us knew what the roles were required as we move through the week. We've got a good, the NRL's been good enough to give us a good 8-day preparation. So we'll just get through our work and make sure everyone's clear on their roles and just make sure they're excited about playing for Australia.
As an experienced coach and assistant coach now at the Bulldogs, what do you take out of your experience into this camp, and how are you going to approach things?
Look, I think it's the bones you put around what you're delivering to your young players, and obviously the communication level that you're presenting on it's pretty important. So, we'll reinforce a lot of what we're doing, with video analysis, and we'll make sure that there's a lot of coaching support around for these young guys if they've got any questions that we can clear up for them. But that's largely what it takes, just to make sure that our processes are in place for the week and we don't overcook or undercook what we're about.